Everyone mentioned today is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, and everything I discuss here is theory until proven fact, even if it is.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean, and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short, so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna sing my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Hey guys, how you going? I don't know if anyone noticed, but I got monetized somehow. It took them 2 months or more. I don't know, how long have I been back? Okay, Deb, how you going? John Paul, how you going? Kai, how you going? Who else we got? George, how you going? D-Lee, how you going? Yeah, so I'm not going to put ads on if I can help it. Okay, unless YouTube does it, I'm not going to put ads on my channel. So I just got to make sure everything's up to date here because a lot's happening. Okay, apparently our Prime Minister had to be evacuated from the lodge last night. I wish it was evacuated from the Prime Minister's office completely, but it wasn't. Apparently someone's threatened him. Don said Australia's becoming increasingly unsafe to live in. Even the PM has to be evacuated from the lodge. Albo and Labor fail to keep Australians safe. They cannot even keep the PM safe. Poor old Australia. Bomb threat. Albanese evacuated from the lodge. Everyone says how many bets you want to take is going to blame Pauline Hanson or the right wing, right, for this. When I think if it's even real and it's not a PR stunt, right, because you know, we got Anthony Smollett here, you know. If it's not that, then it's one of his lefties, Palestinian supporters, I betcha. Malcolm Roberts said how many trips, the e-safety commissioner taken. This is an American woman in Australia spending Australian taxpayer dollars like they're going out of fashion. How much money has been spent on legal expenses? This is from the Senate estimates. This is Malcolm Roberts of One Nation, which I hope to God wins the next election. Just listen to this for 2 minutes and you'll be as frustrated as I am. How you going, Lisa Marie? Good to see ya. Have I missed anyone else? Okay, let's have a listen. This is frustrating, honestly.
How many overseas trips have you taken as E-Safety Commissioner, which you took on notice? Your response was inadequate in that you provided only a list of countries you'd visited at least once. These included Canada, France, Switzerland, Belgium, Ireland, Japan, USA, UK, Germany, Italy, Singapore, Ethiopia, United Arab Emirates, and New Zealand. Can you please provide details of how many times you visited each country? We want to know the total number of visits.
Sure.
Thank you. Why not have online meetings? Why do you need to go in person?
Pardon me, sir?
Why not have online meetings? Why do you need to go in person?
Well, because you do negotiations and you sign MOUs, you build relationships with people. I serve on boards.
What sort of agreements with other nations?
Yes, because the internet is global. I also meet, almost all of my regulatory targets are based overseas. You don't have the product engineers coming over here. I have to go to them to make sure that I'm talking to the right people who understand what their roles and responsibilities are and that they're compliant.
So what she's doing is liaisoning, whatever you call it, with people overseas using Australian taxpayer dollars to censor Australian taxpayers. This is insane. Like, oh my God.
Done by internet?
Oh, we do the vast
majority can't it be done online?
Engagements by internet.
Okay, thank you. How many overseas trips do you have planned in 2026?
I don't have any planned right now, and I did one last year in 2025.
Okay. What was the total spend of taxpayers' money by the Office of E-Safety in calendar 2025 relating to legal expenses?
Legal expenses?
Yeah.
Fighting lawsuits, right? With taxpayer dollars?
General Counsel, 25, 26 was your question?
Yes. Calendar 2025.
I don't have calendar, Senator, but I've
What's
got...
the latest?
I've got... Financial year. Yeah. So this is on external legal in the order of 750,000, 24-25, and 25-26 to date is in the order of just under $2 million.
Thank you. Mr. Fleming, isn't it? You did offer us to have a briefing. We want to take it up. It's just a matter of over the last 3 months there's not been much time, so we will take it up on a very...
Okay, so 2,750,000 or something just on legal matters, right? Not to forget her travel, okay? All to censor Australians. It's insane. JJ1, how you going? Cassandra, how you going? Peg's Place, how you going? Good to see you guys. Okay, Elon Musk said horrifying. Rupert Lowe, this is in the UK. A statement from the rape gang inquiry, and it mentions red rooms. Statement from the rape gang inquiry. Our inquiry panel has, now get ready for this, and if you're very sensitive, you might want to just tune out for a minute or two. Our inquiry panel has heard extensive and deeply distressing testimony from a survivor detailing prolonged and extreme abuse, exploitation and trafficking beginning in childhood and continuing over a number of years across multiple locations in the United Kingdom. The panel wishes to place on record that we regard this testimony with the utmost seriousness. The survivor has provided detailed, consistent and specific evidence over an extended period of engagement with our inquiry. She will remain anonymous and she is safe. She's made it abundantly clear that she wants the country to know her story. This is her decision and her decision alone. Elements of her account have been independently corroborated through presented documentation and vast evidence. The panel is also aware of additional material and supporting information that strengthens the credibility of the survivor's account and warrants urgent and comprehensive investigation by the relevant statutory authorities. Given the gravity of the allegations, as we've thought long and hard about whether to release the following information, we believe, as does she, that the public deserves to know the truth about the rape gangs. The survivor's violent gang rape and abuse began at the age of 12. She was raped multiple times per day over many years. The rapes were filmed and used as blackmail. The survivor has stated that multiple police officers were active perpetrators. Money was exchanged openly, and this destroyed her ability and willingness to seek help. Police vehicles were used to traffic her, and some of the abuse events were called cop nights. The extreme pain she suffered included filmed torture in places called red rooms. The torture included waterboarding and strangulation by rope. Distressingly, she was raped by a dog, filmed and forced to rewatch the footage as men placed bets. The coordination of this specific type of abuse was predominantly perpetrated by Pakistani heritage men. During the specific period of abuse, she witnessed the murder of at least 3 girls, one of whom was allegedly killed as a punishment for speaking to the police force. Agencies made a number of referrals to the National Referral Mechanism. She received positive grounds in 2018 but was not made aware of this status until 2021. She finally received conclusive grounds in 2023. The survivor is understandably wary of reporting the matter to police, so the panel is seeking an urgent meeting with the Home Secretary, including the survivor, to ensure that the government is fully apprised of the seriousness of the evidence and to discuss the immediate steps required to ensure the survivor's protection, to preserve evidence and to secure justice. Our overriding priority is the safety of survivors and the pursuit of truth and justice without fear or favour. We believe, along with the survivor herself, that the British people deserve to finally know what's been inflicted on innocent young girls in British towns and cities for many decades. The Rape Gang Inquiry, Rupert Lowe MP, Esther McVeigh MP, Graham Smith Barrister and Sammy Woodhouse. Rupert Lowe, and is it the Reform UK? I'm not sure what the party itself is called, but looks like they're going to be the ones, not Nigel Farage. I was wrong about him. Defiant Els said, watch this Italian family's reaction after a court sentenced an illegal migrant to just 12 years for slitting their family member's throat and leaving him to die in the street. In 12 years, I'll kill him, said the victim's family member. Okay, it's all in Italian, so I don't understand, but go Italy.
Guardiamo se mi dà l'infermità. Vergognati! Questa è una merda italiana, guardate! Vergogna! Una merda italiana!
You can't really blame them on the lack of justice that they are receiving for their family member, for an illegal migrant to get 12 years. He should be alive for a life. Okay, Sam Shriver said Albanese blames algorithms for his poor performance. Watch this one.
What a pathetic excuse. Watch this.
But look, there's been a real polarisation is going on, and I'm conscious about that. There's a range of reasons for that. People being pushed into more extreme positions through algorithms and the way that they...
But I push... How pathetic is this? So housing, electricity is more expensive, life is becoming unaffordable, fuel's through the fucking roof, and he's saying that it's algorithms are the reason people are getting pushed to extremes and not liking his government. Yeah, has nothing to do with the fact you're gaslighting us into thinking renewables make electricity cheaper, which has a flow-on effect in the economy causing inflation. Has nothing to do with the fact that housing is becoming extremely unaffordable and people like me can't buy a house. And has nothing to do with the fact that you're flooding the country with immigrants and diluting the potent Australian identity, and we're losing our culture in real time, and it's all to blame on algorithms. Yeah, it's Instagram's fault. People don't fucking love you. Fuck you.
Here, mate, I agree. You said it right. I agree with the young man, Sam Shriver, whoever he is. But, you know, there you go. Okay, there's people all over the place starting to call Candace Owens out. All the right-wingers are starting to stand up and go, hey. 0 Hour 1 said, I haven't said a lot on Candace because she has kids. I figured her being a mum, she'd grow out of this shit after a few months. She's stalked Erica Kirk ongoing for 6 months. It's excessive at this point and borderline creepy. Well, it is. She tends to do that, but yeah. Sorry, if you like Candace Owens, you go and listen to Candace Owens, but I think she's an agent sent in to disrupt and divide even more. But anyway, that's just me. Rob Smith said 85-year-old Chris Bagsarian, the man who was dragged from his bed at 6 a.m. by a group of men, has been found dead. The bastards killed him. Not only did they kill him, they tortured him while filming it. These vile criminals, many not born in Australia, have turned the streets into a war zone. I find it reprehensible. So an 85-year-old man was dragged from his bed at 6 a.m. by a group of men in Australia, and he's been found dead while they tortured him and killed him and filmed it. Okay, Nicki Minaj said his way of bonding with black people is to tell them how stupid he is and that he can't read. This means my first read on him was correct. He's been handed so many things and put in high positions he's never earned or deserved. Do you want to know the craziest part of this footage that'll haunt him forever? He's literally slowing his speech down and talking like in a sporadic cadence. Oh, my God. I can't even talk. He's not just telling them that they're probably stupid and probably can't read. He's literally slowing down his speech to make them understand the words that are coming out of his mouth, as if they're children. That means he really believes they're slow. He's not just saying it. He didn't misspeak. He believes it. Do you love it? Do you just love it, black people? N Wokeness said, Governor Newsom to a black crowd in GA. I'm like you. I'm a 960 sat guy. I can't read. What?
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. I'm a 960 SAT guy. and I'm not trying to offend anyone, trying to act all there if you got 940. But literally a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech. Maybe the wrong business to be in.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you.
Dear God. Oh, my God. So he thinks he's stupid. He thinks black people are stupid. Oh, my God. While trying to virtue signal that he's no better than them. Yeah, no one human's better than another. Good people and bad people come from all races, countries, you name it. But that's just insane virtue signalling. Crazy. Okay, now take this with a grain of salt. Mr. Poole said, the supplier is dead, the client list survived. When Mexican special forces took out El Mencho, they didn't find just guns and drugs, they found a laptop, another laptop. On it, a single encrypted file named clientes, I don't know. Inside 211 names, the elite clients who ordered children and organs from the supplier. Hollywood actors, tech billionaires, Wall Street executives, and 17 sitting members of Congress. For 48 hours, the deep state tried to bury it. The CIA tried to claim jurisdiction. The FBI tried to seize the laptop. They failed. Trump's people got to it first. The file is now in the hands of the same military intelligence unit that's preparing for the State of the Union address. This is the kill shot. The Epstein files were the blackmail network. The client list is the customer base. Arrests are not coming. They've already begun. Pay attention to those who disappear this week. This is not politics. This is a war, and the snakes can't hide anymore. Okay? There we go. I don't know. Cat Turd said, imagine that, fake news, trash, defunded NPR puts out a BS story today right before the State of the Union speech. To the shock of no one. Aaron Blake said the Justice Department has withheld some Epstein files related to allegations that President Trump sexually abused a minor and NPR investigation finds. And Biden's government sat on it for 4 years with his FBI sitting on it for 4 years and they didn't release that? I got a bridge to sell ya, if you believe that one. Okay. And I'm in the mountains. I got a bridge to sell you. The Harbour Bridge, right, in Sydney. Nice views, okay? Mick in the Gong said, shit a brick, and that's the most Aussie thing I've heard. I used to say it all the time. I still do. Shit a brick, okay. Oz Paul said federal voting intention, regional and rural. One Nation is at 37%. The Australian Labor Party is at 22% and Liberals are 16%. What the hell? Oh, go Australia. Okay, we have it all. Responded to Dan Scavino, who said what? Dan Scavino Jr. said grifters are going to grift. Truly unbelievable and pathetic. Once a tool, always a tool. Why does a certain person's name come to mind straight away? We have it all, said timestamp, 10:36 Eastern Time, 22:36 military time, with additional 4,602 concerning who the tools are, as well as post 2737. 2737 said, be careful who you follow. 4,602 says news, socials, propaganda. News, socials equals bias. News, socials equals political tool. News, socials equals weapon. News, socials equals camouflage. We are one of many vehicles travelling on the information superhighway. The choice of information has always been yours. Free thought is a philosophical viewpoint which holds that positions regarding truth should be formed on the basis of logic, reason and empiricism rather than authority, tradition, revelation or dogma. Information warfare. Timestamp, match on Dan's post of 2236, checkmate. And you did say, be careful who you follow. Okay, and they did say the rest of it too. News, socials, a political tool. And I think a lot of the bigger ones are. Checkmate. Let's go. I'm really liking this. It's going to be interesting at the end to find out who's who in the zoo. The other side, Australian vodcast. I don't know what that is, but anyway, you've got to see this. Have our top public servants in Canberra and Albo's ministers forgotten who they're there to serve? Oh, they did a long time ago, mate. Where have you been? Both sides.
So you've got to see this. This is just an example, but it's a very good example of the absolute arrogance of the Albanese government and some of our senior Canberra bureaucrats. They don't think that you have any right to know certain important economic numbers in the federal budget. Liberal Senator James Patterson was questioning a Treasury official and Albo's Finance Minister, Katie Gallagher, in a Senate Estimates Committee hearing this week to get the exact blowout projection number for the next few years in precise dollar terms, not in percentage terms. Listen to the gymnastics that they go through to justify not providing it.
So are you saying that Treasury does not have it in dollar terms?
No, Senator. In fact, to do the calculation, we need the numbers. We cannot do a proportion of GDP unless we have a numerator and a denominator.
Indeed.
But we do not show them in the budget papers, and we have not put them out in the public domain because of the reasons I've said.
Sure. Well, I'm still insisting that you tell me because I would like to know what it is. And it not being your preference or your practice is not a valid reason for not answering. So what is the dollar figure?
He's answered your question.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't told me what the dollar figure is.
Well, he's explained the approach Treasury takes. It has always been that way, and they take that approach for the reasons that Mr White has explained.
Yes.
She's
Thank you.
infuriating.
Yep, acknowledged.
Like, he's answered your question. It might not be to
I'm
your
sorry, Minister.
satisfaction, Senator
No, he
Patterson,
hasn't.
but he has answered your question.
Ah, okay. At an estimates committee hearing like this, the government ministers and bureaucrats are there to answer questions put by senators on behalf of the Australian people. So when Katie Gallagher says, you can't have it, Senator Patterson, we should all hear, you can't have it, Australian people.
No, I'm sorry, Minister. When I ask for a number which Treasury knows but doesn't say, that is not answering the question.
You cannot order a particular answer, Senator Patterson. Treasury have answered the question.
Your belief that it is not the most helpful way is not a valid reason for failing to answer a question in Senate estimates. You've admitted you know the number. I've asked you the number. You need to say what the number is.
No, he doesn't need to say. He can answer your questions in the way the witness chooses to, Senator Patterson.
No, Minister. The
yes.
only acceptable grounds for refusing to answer a question is a public interest immunity claim. Is Treasury seriously making a public interest immunity claim over a number that it knows because it thinks it's not helpful?
That is how Treasury explains their thinking on medium-term outlook.
Yes, and that's very interesting, but still not a valid reason.
And you're all incompetent and should be fired immediately, effective immediately. Get the fuck. What the fuck is this shit? Sorry. It's frustrating.
For information Treasury holds being withheld from the public.
Right, that woman is such an arrogant piece of you-know-what. Dog turd. It's amazing. And, like, seriously, if you watch a few of them, I don't really like Senator James Patterson. I do like him when he does this, but I don't like him when he starts voting with Labor and Liberal and into censoring people and stuff like that. I don't like that, so, okay. Teo said this level of stupidity among Australian population is alarming and concerning. Stop the proposed Trump Tower development on the Gold Coast. It's 24,000 dumbasses, 24,178 dumbasses, sorry, have signed a petition to stop Trump building Trump Tower on the Gold Coast. Why? Let the man cook, man. Go Trump. Build it, mate. Build it. Build it and they will come. Okay. Oz Integrity is responding to Department of Prime Minister. Media release by PM. Visit to Australia by the Prime Minister of Canada. And Oz Integrity asked, is this a Marxist convention or is this a Fabian Society meetup? Yeah, because that's what it pretty much is. So you've got... Yeah, oh God. Canada and Australia getting together, that's dangerous. Okay, Craig Kelly said the collapse of both Liberal and Labor vote and surge to One Nation in New South Wales is not just about immigration policy. It's about net zero and energy policy, where the nation's greatest self-serving rat, Matt Keane, has gone to work for Chris Bowen, enriching himself while electricity bills continue to rise. The duplicity of Matt Keane and Bowen holding hands and their gross incompetence are one of the best advertisements that One Nation has. Freedom of speech is the next one. Labor and Liberal join hands to suppress free speech. The COVID crimes. Pauline Hanson was one of the few politicians that opposed lockdowns and compulsory injection and ridiculous mask wearing. The public now sees that she was both right and brave to take such a stand, and they are now rewarding her. Australian culture, while leftists from Labor spit on Australian traditional values and the Liberals have been appeasing them, One Nation stood up for them. And there you go. New South Wales now, One Nation's at 30%, the Australian Labor Party are at 25% and the Liberal Party are at 19%, with the Greens running way down at 12% and the Independents at 11%. Others, God knows who they are, at 2.5%. Oh, my God. This one, oh, my God, guys, get ready for this. I don't know if this is real or not, okay? So just be aware, this could be like AI done. Alex James said, and there's swearing, okay? There's a C word used, okay? So if you're averse to swear words, just click off for a minute or two. Alex James said, Auntie finally confronts Albo. Aura mogging him in the process. Wait till you hear this. Auntie doesn't hold back. Let's have a listen.
We're now joined by Auntie Christine. Auntie, what would you like to say to Prime Minister Albanese?
Prime Minister, you fucking cunt. I tried to play pokies to try and win more money so I can pay my fucking debt. Cunt! But I lost $400! You fucking dog! Fix it!
Prime Minister, any response to that?
Yeah, thanks so much. Always great to talk to you.
I don't know, I think it's AI. She had to play the pokies to try and afford to live. Oh my God. Oh, I could only hope that's real. I could only hope and dream that one's real. Okay, Bunce number 23 said this will be worth it for the unhinged responses alone. Okay, Trump is proposing to build Trump Tower. A Trump Tower in Australia. Eric Trump said it would be a great honour, Australia. Excellent. There's no approved place for the tower. In fact, no development application's been received by the Gold Coast City Council, the applicable regulatory body, according to ABC News Australia, the worst liars in the world, and Grok. I don't know which one's worse. Okay. But yeah, it would be an honour. Why not? If they weren't thinking about it before, they sure are now. Okay. Rob Schneider said free speech is all speech, not just the speech that is approved by the government. New Zealand behaved horribly during COVID because of this horse. Basil the Great said, and everyone, like Americans are sharing this in the last day or so. English, because Basil the Great's UK, Rob Schneider is US. Former New Zealand PM Jacinda Ardern, this is New Zealand PM, explains her views on free speech. Free speech is a weapon of war. Censorship is necessary to protect free speech. The clampdown on free speech is happening everywhere, and they know they're losing badly. Listen to this insanity. This was during 2020. I'm pretty sure I've already shown this. I've got videos from way back.
This week we launched an initiative alongside companies and non-profits to help improve research and understanding of how a person's online experiences are curated by automated processes. This will also be important in understanding more about mis- and disinformation online, a challenge that we must, as leaders, address. Sadly, I think it's easy to
Can you go lead yourself off a cliff, love?
dismiss this problem as one in the margins. I can certainly understand the desire to leave it to someone else.
Please
As leaders,
do.
we're rightly concerned that even the most light touch approaches to disinformation could be misinterpreted as being hostile to the values of free speech that we value so highly.
No, you bloody don't.
But while I cannot tell you today what the answer is to this challenge, I can say with complete certainty that we cannot ignore it. To do so poses an equal...
You've already got the solution. You create the problem, wait for the reaction, and you come up with solutions that have already been sitting there for 5-10 years.
...threat to the norms we all value. After all, how do you successfully end a war if people are led to believe the reason for its existence is not only legal but noble? How do you tackle climate change if people do not believe it exists? How do you ensure the human rights of others are upheld when they are subjected to hateful and dangerous rhetoric and ideology?
Oh dear, that's so dangerous rhetoric. Oh, that really, like it leaves bruises on you, that rhetoric. It must. Because that's the only thing I can think that's dangerous is when it starts leaving bruises, mate. People's words, you know, sticks and stones, hello? Do people not learn that anymore?
Ideology. The weapons may be different, but the goals of those who perpetuate them is often the same.
Yeah, censorship.
To cause chaos and reduce the ability of others to defend themselves.
That's what you've been doing.
To disband communities. To collapse the collective strength of countries who work together. But we have an opportunity
That's what you've been
here
doing.
to ensure that these particular weapons of war do not become an established part of warfare. In these times, I'm acutely aware of how easy it is to feel disheartened. We are facing many battles on many fronts.
Oh, they're feeling disheartened, are they? Good stuff.
But there is cause for optimism.
No, there's not.
Because for
You're going to
every new
lose.
weapon we face, there is a new tool to overcome it.
You are the tool, love.
For every attempt to push the world into chaos is a collective conviction to bring us back to order.
Dealey, I've got no idea what he's saying.
We have the means. We just need the collective will.
You've lost the collective will, and you've lost the collective. Thank you very much and good night. Oh, good, it wasn't hers I was liking. Thank God for that. Okay, retards down under said, it brings me great joy seeing the retards in the media be put in their place. Listen to this one. Okay, we've got some good stuff coming.
The taxpayer has to constantly fund Victoria Police taking me to the courts for just more nonsense, offensive behaviour charges.
Is it nonsense though? Because the taxpayer wasn't happy with what they saw at that rally.
Well, you don't speak for the taxpayer. You're part of a corporate entity that is anti-Australia. So you don't actually speak
She's
for
nodding.
people. You're a nefarious agent of the mainstream media. So I think you'll find the average Australian does not want thousands or millions of illegal Indian immigrants staying in the country. And that's what we were protesting against. There were thousands of self-entitled, despicable people that think it's their right to be a part of our nation. And they were protesting outside Tony Burke's office, who, might I add, deported healthy, wholesome white families from this country. Shut up, you fat dork. Film this fucking loser. Look at these freaks. You're a fat, disgusting dork. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, Tony Burke, no,
Every
listen.
time you're out here, there's drama.
There is always drama, but it's not seeking attention to me, it's seeking attention to the issue. And the primary issue in Australia and the whole Western world is white replacement. That is the primary issue. That's the only thing we actually want to talk about. And you're looking at your phone, you're looking at how to change the subject, because the media do not want to talk about this subject. They don't want to talk about white replacement. We want to reverse the process. We don't want Australia turning into a third world country. We don't want it turning into India. We don't want it turning into Sudan. We want it to remain Australian. That is the primary issue. And you always want to change the subject and attack the man. You don't want to play the fucking important game. You want to attack the man. You don't want to attack the idea. You don't want to touch on white replacement. You want to touch on my personal behaviour.
Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty?
Thank you, done.
Oh yeah, fuck you. Fuck you. You're scum. They don't want to talk about the big issues. What they want to talk about is, are you guilty or are you not guilty for this minutia that doesn't matter? We protested foreign immigrants that are demanding that they stay in the country. And we protested that. We said you shut the fuck up. We said that was self-entitled, that it was disrespectful, that it was anti-Australian. And we said an ancient Australian proverb. Fuck.
Yeah, there you go. That could be, look, he could be a white supremacist for all I know, but it's the first person. I don't even know if Channel 7's going to show that on TV. Okay, but it's the first person I've seen go at the media for a long time. How you going, Big Bird? Who else have we got in here? We got Brett. How you going? Have I missed anyone? Menacing Muskrat, how you going? Okay. Flyby Stew, how you going? Just making sure I got everyone. Leslie, how you going? And George, did I say hello, George, earlier? Phoenix, how you going? Okay, I think I'm caught up. Rick, how you going? Now I have. Drew Pavlou said an absolutely stunning fact in the paper today. The Australian government is granting Australian citizenship to the children of ISIS fighters by descent. Children who've never been to Australia, born in Syria to literal ISIS fighters. Just please stop and think about how insane this is for a moment. When a Muslim extremist from Australia decides to fly to Syria to fight for ISIS, we agree to grant citizenship to any of their future children by descent. Absolutely effing psychotic. If we had a piece of paper from the government, they would have been home by now, he said, but there's been no support, no paper, no phone calls, nothing. They said they got there on their own, had to get themselves home. Passports been granted to the women, children, and Yusuf Zahab. The process has taken months, he said, and they only picked them up in recent weeks. Before that, we had to apply for citizenship by descent of the children. For the children. Jesus. Kick them all out, man. Okay. Next up, such a handsome woman. Rob Smith said Australia's hate speech commissioner will be fair and balanced when presiding over Pauline Hanson's case. That's Albo with makeup on and a wig. I'm sure. That's not a new hate speech commissioner, is it? Someone please tell me that you've just got me good only because too many people look like this nowadays. Oh, cool, it is. It's an AI photo. So it is Albo with a wig on. I was going to say, and no, it doesn't look handsome at all. Thank you very much. I was going to say if that's a woman, she's a handsome woman. Nope, it's an AI Albo. Elon Musk said, join Restore Britain. Rupert Lowe MP said, I'm so encouraged by the vast number of young British men who are joining up to Restore Britain. Thousands and thousands and thousands of them. Today, an article in the Daily Telegraph called them Nazis. This is what the establishment does. It stands on the neck of those young British men who care about their country, who want illegals deported, and who believe in an immigration system that benefits the British people only. Tim Stanley at the Telegraph should be ashamed of himself, as should Reform, who've used the same vile language. Millions of young men feel entirely politically alienated. For decades, no political party has spoken for them. Well, now there is one, Restore Britain. And hundreds more join every day. We won't treat them like dirt, we won't patronise them, we won't insult them. I urge all young men who are now following Restore Britain to rise above it. Work hard, be respectful, play by the rules, but enjoy yourselves. Ignore the woke bullshit and crack on. Get involved and spread the word. We're going to get our country back. Go, guys. Yep, and Elon Musk has even said join Restore Britain. Elon Musk also said precisely to Rothmus, who said, why aren't people protesting about Epstein? Because the people who pay for protests would be the ones getting protested. Just let that sink in. You know, the George Soroses and, that sort of stuff. Okay, Mr. Poole. Okay, here's another one on the El Mancho. I've got the El Munchos right now. No, I'm kidding. Mr. Poole said the media told you El Mencho was a drug lord. They lied. He wasn't. He wasn't a deep state general because he moved cocaine. He was a general because he moved children. His codename appears 17 times in the unredacted Epstein files. The supplier. Document ID EPS DOJ LOG 1998 0811-C. For 20 years, his primary cargo wasn't drugs, it was human, children for the island, organs for the elite. He was the logistical backbone of the entire blackmail operation. The CIA protected him because he supplied the one thing their network needed most. Trump saw the logs, saw the code name, and on Sunday morning he gave the order. This was not a Mexican military operation, this was an execution. While the media distracts you with politics, a silent war is raging. Trump is not just draining the swamp, he's hunting the monsters that live in it. The fires in Guadalajara are not chaos, they're screams of a dying network. The supplier is gone, who is next? Nothing can stop what's coming. Share this, the world is watching. And we said the colour shift people missed. As everything was happening, the White House released 3 bold red posts highlighting President Trump and the American prosperity. Then something curious happened. Hover over the image and it turns black. Q alerted us of these subtleties and explained them. Let's have a look.
I'm going to tell you something right here that was really interesting. As you saw on our thumbnail, the actual picture of the 3 White House postings when all of this is going down, right? Tap In was on there from the White House, and it shows President Trump, and he's doing the Trump dance for YMCA 4547. We also had the White House post, the President Trump will always put America first, American prosperity first, and he's holding that umbrella with the red background. Remember the color red. And also they posted on 21 February 2026, keep calm, and tariff on. And those are 3 red colors for you. So if you put your mouse over the White House, tap in, it actually, you can see it actually changes colors to all black, and then you see just red only. Really interesting, right? When you tap it, got black, Trump mixing with the background and then red. This is rigging for red. It means that March 9th, something big's coming. White House posted this on February 20th. That's a 17-day difference between February 20th and what? March 9th. Interestingly enough, the post it is referencing is talking about a 17-hour delta. Nothing can stop what is coming. Do you see this? Look at this. March 9th, as you see on the cue board, says nothing can stop what is coming. Rig for red. It's right there on your screen. And what are we seeing all over the place? We're seeing rig for red. The red tie, the red text, and even more so, if you look back, all of that red on your screen from the White House.
There you go. Rig for red. That was on cue. Okay. Rig for red. Let me have a look. Rig for red. 3 days, 3 nights status on Twitter. Please tell me. Oh, hang on. I forgot this. It's archived. 8 net live today. 93 days dark since Q3570. Last time Q posted August 1st. 7:54 p.m. through November 1st, 7:54 p.m. till November 2nd, 7:53 p.m. stop, exactly 93 days dark. Corn is now ripe for harvesting. 93 dark. Interesting. Okay. If you know what it means, good luck. I don't think that's... okay, that was the wrong one to hit. Hang on. I've got to hit this thing because most of them have been removed. It's the same one. Oh, no, it's not. Veteran mob prosecutor John Durham was not appointed by AG Barr. Durham served as interim US attorney since October 28, 2017 after Sessions appointed him. Coincidentally, on the same day Q began posting. President Trump nominated Durham as US attorney on November the 1st, 2017. F me, it's happening. There you go. It's happening. It's all happening. Okay, where am I? That was Twitter, when it was Twitter. Okay, where's the rest of it? Hang on. Nothing can stop what's coming, nothing, rig for red. In other words, I think rig for red actually means like, here we go, okay? Here we go. Be ready. Be ready for anything. Rosita Diaz said this will be a lifelong lesson for Prime Minister Anthony Albanese. Tasmanian's Police Minister, Felix Ellis, has firmly blocked the federal government's new firearm procurement program, refusing to approve what he described as a multi-million-dollar mistake. Tasmania, where Port Arthur happened, which removed our guns in the first place. It's seemingly fitting that a Tasmanian police minister is the one saying, no, we're not going to do it. Ellis is holding nothing back, exposing what he called the shocking truth about the Bondi tragedy. It was an intelligence failure, not a gun law issue. While the Labor Party attempts to penalise farmers and law-abiding shooters, Tasmania remains resolute. Could this mark the beginning of the end for Albo's gun reforms? I hope so, because we don't need any more gun reforms. In fact, we need to repeal some of them. Okay, Jerry Dunleavy, fourth, said new. The CIA is retracting 19 politicised intelligence products spanning the last decade or so, many of which improperly inserted DEI nonsense into intel analysis, including assessments on white women and violent extremism, LGBT issues, abortion and more. Jesus. Elon Musk said good. So they should. Roll it back. Oz Integrity said, here we go, Australia, right on cue. Prayer is sacred, so the law that protects it, so is the law that protects it, in response to pop-up prayer in the middle of a move on order. Remember when the Muslims decided to, after they were protesting, they just dropped to their knees and started praying as an excuse for police not to move them on and arrest them. Yeah, that. Australian PM Albanese fully supported this, condemning the New South Wales police. This is where it goes off the rails, like the UK. Prayer is sacred, so is the law. That means Christians, we can go and pray in the streets. Yeah? Or we're going to get arrested when we do that. Because it's only for Muslims, really. I guarantee you, go and try it in Australia. Okay, and they can, Albanese and Tony Burke are incompetent because they think that they cannot deny someone a passport in Australia, and you can. Rosita Diaz said, who would dare vote for this garbage? That was a thunderous challenge from Barnaby Joyce as he unleashed a blistering attack on Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, igniting one of the most explosive Senate clashes in recent memory. Albanese appeared visibly furious as Joyce, now aligned with One Nation, tore into Labor's proposed anti-hate speech bill, branding it dangerous censorship. He warned the legislation could impose prison terms of up to 15 years for vilification based on race, religion, gender or sexual orientation, arguing its vague wording leaves the door wide open to political abuse and suppression of free speech. The dramatic confrontation sent shockwaves through Canberra, with Joyce demanding crystal clear legal definitions to protect democratic debate and exposing a deep national fault line: community safety versus individual liberty. What Labor framed as necessary reform has instead sparked fierce backlash, energising free speech advocates and setting Australia's political landscape ablaze. Go Barnaby. Alexandra Marshall said, the entire Western world's being destroyed. Our leaders admit it's historical revenge. And what, we're just supposed to accept that the most beautiful, free, prosperous, advanced and safe nations in human history are fodder for someone else's revenge plot? I reject that. I won't be gaslit. Our countries are worth fighting for. I agree. Okay, Mr. Poole said 48 hours, everything changed. Thursday, Trump ordered the Pentagon to release all files on UFOs and extraterrestrial life. Friday, Maxwell's lawyers filed an emergency motion to block 90,000 pages from going public. 2 events, same 48 hours, and nobody's asking the obvious question. What if they're connected? UFO order. Trump didn't ask, he ordered. Every agency, Pentagon, CIA, NSA, DIA and NASA. Release everything, all files, all records, aliens, UFOs, everything. Obama was asked about UFOs in 2021. He said, there are things I can't tell you. Trump's response, he made a big mistake. For 80 years, they told you nothing to see. Roswell, 1947, weather balloon. Phoenix Lights, 1997, military flares. Tic Tac, 2004, camera glitch. 485 unexplained sightings in 2024 alone, Pentagon confirmed. Now Trump says release it all. What did they find that they hid for 80 years? More importantly, who ordered it hidden? The 90,000 pages Maxwell is dying to hide. Same 48 hours, Maxwell's lawyers went to a Manhattan federal court with one demand: stop the release. They called the disclosure law unconstitutional. 90,000 pages, not emails, not flight logs, we already have those. These are depositions, witness statements, video transcripts. The things Maxwell said under oath when she thought no one would ever read them. Prince Andrew was arrested on his 66th birthday at 8 a.m, police at his door. The Sultan of DP World resigned after an email surfaced, I love the torture video. Goldman Sachs' top lawyer resigned after calling Epstein Uncle Jeffrey. Hotels chairman resigned. Paul Weiss law firm chairman resigned. Norway's former PM criminally charged. 7 resignations, 2 arrests, 3 criminal investigations in 22 days. And Maxwell wants to stop 90,000 more pages? What's in those pages that's worse than what we've already seen? Connect the dots. UFO files, Epstein files, Kennedy files. 3 vaults sealed for decades by the same people. Same agencies, same classification levels, same excuse, national security. And I've been saying this for years. Under the guise of national security, they're looking after their own freaking security. That's what these people are doing. They do it in Australia too. They say matters of national security. No, it's about protecting themselves. Okay, same agency, same classification, same excuse, national security. What if national security was never about protecting you? What if it was about protecting them? Trump is opening every vault they sealed, every file they buried, every name they protected, every secret they killed to keep. The 48 hours that just happened were not random. They were beginning of the end. The vaults are open. Nothing can stop what's coming. And it can't. Nothing can stop what's coming. Yeah, we've still got a Project Bluebeam, possible. Who knows? Okay, Melinda Richards said, don't lie on the road, just a thought. This guy, honestly. Oh! Well, get off the freaking road, you... My God. It's like kids playing with matches expecting not to get burnt. Seriously. They are children, these people. What? Is that in Italy? God. Okay, Mayha Tusi said the people doing this to Mexico today are the same people ICE agents are trying to deport from the US. Be grateful to your government, Liberals. They're cleaning things up, okay? That's what I think's happening. Things are getting cleaned up. It is a mess right now, but it's getting cleaned up. Okay, so this is in Mexico. I don't know whereabouts in Mexico, but it's there somewhere. Okay, I've got more in a minute. AussieBot said Australia has a... Oh, sorry, I just had a hiccup there. Australia has a woke government effing over its people. Trump wants you to feel the pain, mate, as his country thrives. Once people see America pumping, they'll know just how effing incompetent and corrupt you see you in the NTs are. A reckoning is coming. You can't stop it. In response to David Shoebridge, who said Trump just jacked up tariffs against Australia by 50% from 10 to 15% as a late-night reflex action to the Supreme Court decision. We matter so little in his world view. Can we stop pretending now? Not a friend, not an ally. Oh, bullshit, mate. Yeah, I agree with AussieBot. Australia, I've been saying it for years. Australia's in for a world of pain as people have to be woken up. Okay, so we're going to see America thrive while we're going, oh, can we have some of that? Okay. Tommy Robinson said invader hassles an elderly priest, gets taught some manners from parishioners. Oh, that was a big manner teaching moment. Okay. He did, the guy who was harassing the priest inside the church, so I don't condone violence, but, you know, like, I don't condone this either. Leave him alone, mate. The hell out of there. Okay, so anyway, he copped it for that. And Juanita Broderick said, holy smokes, cartel members set gas station on fire in Mexico. This is insane. Let's have a look. Okay, we don't need the dramatic music. There's enough going on. The guy just takes off. I'm out of here, man. Out of here. Out of here. Just sometimes, don't you wish it would backfire on them and just like, they set themselves alight instead? Because look, even these guys are just run away. And this guy's just pulled up to get some fuel. Hang on, all right, yeah, I'm going. Oh, get in, get out, go. Okay, anyway, there you go. I don't think we need to know about Tanya Plibersek. Twitter update, Merry Christmas, no. Happy Australia Day, no. But Ramadan Lakamba, yeah, she's celebrating that. That's an Aussie MP. Joey Manarino said every Muslim in a public office is a foreign agent, as if you need to be told. Alexandra Marshall said Australian families are shrinking because they are paying for unofficial polygamous unions to thrive. Yeah, them and their 5 wives. We've been told repeatedly the Australian government doesn't keep welfare payment information related to multiple wives because Centrelink doesn't hold this information and Islamic marriages are not registered. When the Liberals tried to do something about it, they were told that the single-parent benefit would cost the taxpayer more. Talk about missing the point. If a man has multiple Islamic wives inside Australia, all individuals involved are committing a criminal offence. Forget defrauding the taxpayer, they should be in jail. Polygamy is illegal, apparently. This information is held somewhere, but there's been zero interest in upholding the law because it'll cost the Labor Party votes. Might as well, because they're already losing votes. David Nino Rodriguez said, just passing this along from one of my best friends from Mexico. It's a voice text in broken English, but good intel. From Angel about Mexico is voice text. Okay. So it started today. They killed El Mencho. I don't know how much you know about him, but anyways, right now, even Cancun and Meredith, where my mum lives, all the highways are closed. They're preparing for major affiliation attack from the CNGJ, which stands for Cartel Nova Generacion Jalisco. I don't know how to say it or how to pronounce it, so please, if I'm wrong, don't come after me. Extremely vicious, so weeks before they started quietly Trump descending teams to Mexico for this matter. So now it has started. They are vicious. They will hurt civilians. There's a lot of Americans living in Jalisco. Oh, now I've got a tickle in my throat right now, which has been orchestrated to protect them through shelters. This is very well orchestrated and pressured by the United States, but they have a lot of power. This is just the beginning. I was trying to head that way, but there's no way right now. I'm going to have a sip of my tea. Before I choke on a tickle. Oh my goodness. Bad timing. Okay, I have a tickle really bad again. And I know it's allergies, by the way. I'm going to have to suck on a... That didn't sound good, does it? Cough drop. Just give me a sec, guys. Okay. There's a lot of Americans living in Jalisco right now, which has been orchestrated to protect them through shelters. It's very well orchestrated and pressured by the United States. They have a lot of power. This is just the beginning. I was trying to head that way, but there's no way right now. Oh, it's always when I get to this point. Guys, I'm going to have to read this another day. I don't know if I can continue. I don't know which plant it is. There's a tree out the back. It's a massive eucalyptus tree with little white flowers, little fuzzy white flowers all over it. It's causing havoc, not just on me, on everyone in the house. Nope. Guys, I'm going to have to leave it there. I'm so sorry, I've got to go. Severe tickle, guys. Okay, I'll try and come back tomorrow. Yeah, go and watch the State of the Union. And I shall try and make it for tomorrow. Okay, guys, have a good one. Bye.